Years had passed since I chose to stay with the parents who raised me, but something had begun to stir deep within me. At first it was subtle. I would wake up in the middle of the night, drawn to the shore where the waves whispered secrets only I could understand. When I closed my eyes, I could see places I had never been, an endless sky of swirling constellations, an ocean so vast it stretched beyond human comprehension. But then the dreams came. I would find myself standing on the edge of a glowing sea, my reflection no longer my own. I was older, taller, cloaked in celestial robes, and my eyes held the same swirling galaxies as the mysterious figure who had once called me home. The dreams were always the same. Visions of a great storm, of a world beyond my own, and of something calling to me, pleading for my help. One evening, as I sat by the shore, Kadiatu found me staring at the horizon. "You feel it, don't you?" she asked softly, brushing a strand of hair from my face. I looked at her, unsure how to explain the ache in my chest. "It's as if something is pulling me, but I don't want to leave." Kadiatu smiled, though there was sadness in her eyes. "You will always have a home here, Baiko. But if there is something out there that needs you, you must go." Musa placed a firm hand on my shoulder. "We raised you to be strong, to be brave, but most of all, to follow your heart. Whatever you decide, we will always be your family." That night I stood at the shore once more, my pendant glowing faintly. The moment I touched it, the world around me shifted. The sky rippled, and from the waves a doorway of light appeared. A familiar voice called out, "Baiko Kamara, it is time." Stepping forward, I took one last glance at my home before walking through the portal. The moment I crossed, the world changed. I was no longer in Sierra Leone, but in a realm of floating islands, endless oceans, and celestial cities glowing with stardust. The air thrummed with energy, and in the distance towers of silver and blue rose toward the sky. I barely had time to take it all in before I heard footsteps. Turning, I saw a figure, tall, regal, and otherworldly. It was the same being who had once come for me. But now I could see the resemblance. "You are my father," I whispered. The celestial being nodded. "And you are my son." Baiko was taken to the heart of the realm, a grand palace floating above the waves where he learned the truth. I learned the truth. I was a prince, not of a human kingdom, but of the celestial waters, a realm that bridged the sky and the sea. My mother, a guardian of the stars, had sent me away as a child to protect me from a darkness that threatened our world. Now that darkness had returned. An ancient force known as the Veilborn, creatures of shadow and void, were rising, consuming the light of the stars and spreading across the celestial realm. Only I, as the heir to both human and celestial heritage, could stand against them. But I wasn't sure I was ready. "I was raised in a small village," I said. "I don't know how to be a prince, let alone a warrior." My father placed a hand on my shoulder. "You have the heart of a warrior already. You chose love over power. That is what makes you different, and that is what makes you strong." As I trained in celestial magic, I found myself torn. The power of the stars coursed through me, and I knew I was meant to be here, to protect this realm, to embrace my true destiny. But I also longed for home, for the laughter of my village, the warmth of my mother's cooking, the wisdom of my father's words. Then the message came, a vision of Musa and Kadiatu, standing at the shore, looking up at the sky as a shadow loomed over Sierra Leone. The Veilborn were coming for Earth. I knew then my two worlds were not separate. My destiny was not just to protect the celestial realm, but also the home that had raised me. Standing before the Council of Celestial Guardians, I declared, "I will fight, but I will not abandon my home on Earth. I am Baiko Kamara, son of the sky, son of the sea, and protector of both realms." And with that, I stepped forward, ready to embrace the greatest journey of my life. To be continued.